Prime Minister Justin Trudeau calling the airstrike reported to have killed 500 people at the Al Abib Arab Hospital in Gaza City not legal.
News coming out of Gaza is horrific and absolutely unacceptable. International humanitarian and international law needs to be respected in this and in all cases. There are rules around wars, and it's not acceptable to hit.
This latest strike and the climbing death toll are adding to the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, where even emergency supplies are running out or have run out, and urgently needed aid is not making it to the million people who need it. So what can we do, or should Canada do? For more, we're joined once again by Michael Lynk, former Special Rapporteur for the human rights situation in the occupied Palestinian territories. Good to have you back.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yesterday morning, we interviewed a Canadian who has relocated to Khan Younis in southern Gaza. And when asked what he wanted to see the Canadian government do, he said he wants to see them help to open the border to allow this aid to come in and to help broker a 24-hour ceasefire so civilians can collect themselves. This is after his experience of trying to be at the Rafah crossing, not getting through. Is that possible for Canada or even realistic?
Canada should be adding its voices with respect to the two biggest issues. One is the allowance of humanitarian aid into southern Gaza, and to Gaza itself, in fact. But the other should be a call for an immediate and full ceasefire, for an end to the current round of hostilities back and forth. We already have somewhere in the range of 3,300 to 3,500 Palestinians, almost all civilians, who have been killed in the last 8 to 9 days. And now we see what can happen in the scale of war with the strike, but no matter who did it, on the hospital in northern Gaza. So those were the two, I think, were the two things that any Western leader should be pressing Israel for. I already see that the High Commissioner for Human Rights for the United Nations has called for an immediate cessation of the violence, and I think that's something that all leaders in the UN and in Western countries should be demanding.
Gaza, we know, is without food. Most of it has spoiled. Families are surviving on bags of pita bread. Clean water is disappearing. Health supplies, including painkillers at hospitals, those have run out. Internet lines have been decimated by the bombing. What is holding up this flow of the aid? We know the trucks are lined up on the other side of the Rafah crossing.
Reports seem to indicate that the pressure is coming from Israel not to allow it in for the time being. I think what I understand is that they're saying there's concern of either of weapons could be smuggled in the trucks that are coming in, or that some of that aid might reach Hamas. One should say that there are a large number of humanitarian workers, largely with the UN, but also with civil society organizations that are on the ground, who can provide, I think, strong assurance, if not complete assurance, that when that aid comes in, it's going to exactly where it's needed, which is the close to 1 million internally displaced Palestinians in Gaza who've gone from the north to the center or the south, who are without water, who are without food. The danger has already been raised by the United Nations of people actually dying of dehydration because of the unavailability of water anywhere for the last number of days.
Michael, it's always great to have you as part of this conversation. We appreciate you coming back today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.